Busted back on the road this Saturday away at Chester, coming off the back of a midweek game here at the stadium and a win at that. How are the lads just recovering in training this morning?
Yeah, the lads look good. We give them the option of coming out on the grass, or if they wanted just to go in the gym this afternoon and do a recovery session, and everyone bar a couple decided to come out and do a session. So that just shows the group we've got. They're always wanting to work, they're always wanting to push themselves. So it was a good session. It was really sharp as well. Obviously there's a lot of lads who are coming back now who are trying to fight for shirts as well, so training's really good, the intensity's really high, which just pushes everyone else on and ultimately makes us perform better on a Saturday as well.
Speaking on the recovery side of things, how much of a part does it play in potential results when you've got so many games in such a short space of time?
Yeah, it's massive, to be honest. I mean, when you get into a run like this where it's just Tuesday, Saturday, all your sessions pretty much are recovery, because you're within 48 hours of the game, so you can't really do much. And then obviously Friday tomorrow we'll go through some things on Chester, and then we'll have our normal Friday session. So pretty much all the training sessions really at this time, when you have this many games, the majority of them are just recovery and making sure lads are fresh for the games really.
And Chester up on Saturday, they're kind of just outside the playoff places at the minute. What kind of game are you expecting from them going down there?
Chester are a very, very, very good side. We've watched them. They've got a real identity. They like to get the ball down. They like to play. They've got a lot of good players. They've recruited well in the summer. Obviously they lost a couple of big players last season, but they've recruited really well. And as I say, they've got a really good side with good management who are experienced in this league, and who always get the best out of the players. So it's going to be a really tough task for us down there. But it's one that we're going down obviously full of confidence. We'll look to put our stamp on the game and play the way we like to play, and hopefully come away with the 3 points.
You're going into sort of a small run of a few away games coming up now in a short space of time after having 4 home games on the bounce after the York postponement. Does your preparation change much ahead of away games, or is it pretty much kind of business as usual?
Not really, no. We try and like to focus on how we play. Obviously we always look at the opposition, look at their different strengths and weaknesses, but we always look at ourselves really, and that's important that we do that. So the fact that it's away, obviously they'll have home advantage, so of course it's a little bit tougher because you've got to get on the bus and you've got the travel and stuff like that. But in terms of the game, it's just 22 players on a bit of grass really, so we'll just try and play our own way, and hopefully that'll be enough on the day.
And in terms of the league table, the win on Tuesday, of course, saw his move up to 6th in the league. Let's say Chester just outside the playoffs at the minute. How much stock are you really, I suppose, taking in the league table at the minute, especially given this season that almost every team in the league's pretty much played a different amount of games to each other?
Yeah, absolutely none, to be honest. Haven't really checked it, to be honest. I think York have only played 4 games, and other teams have played 8, 9. So it's not something you can really look at the minute. I always try and say anyways that wait until after Christmas before you start looking at the league table, but it might even be longer than that the way this season's going. It's just how teams can sort of get games on, and whoever can get the most games on and get a good run going, I think it's going to be a real strength for teams this year. So in terms of the league table, it means absolutely nothing at the minute. I was seeing that a couple of weeks ago, when we were obviously a little bit further down, and now we've climbed up a few places. I'm seeing the same now. It just makes no difference at all at the minute. It's just about the next game, the next training session, and as long as we focus on that, we'll be fine.
And just in terms of the team news and sort of fitness ahead of Saturday's game, a few of the lads have sort of had minor injuries that they've missed out on training or games recently. How are those lads in particular looking ahead of the weekend?
Yeah, so Mike's done a couple of training sessions now. So he's going to be there or thereabouts. Wardy and Forbesy joined in for the first time today, so them two are going to be back. Obviously Forbesy's been out a long time now, so it's really important that we manage him properly. He needs a good sort of a month's block of training really, and then getting some games in. We can't just be throwing him in. But obviously Dan was out for a couple of weeks, maybe a week and a half, and he's come back in today and he's looking sharp. So them 3 are all back. JJ is not going to be there at the weekend. He's picked up a bit of an illness this week, so he's staying at home. But other than that, everyone's got a clean bill of health. Apart from obviously Monty's still not back, but Harrison's came in, he's done really well, so we're confident with him in goal as well.